Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Jean-Bart. And we have the unfortunate side effect of being focused by a carrier for the entire duration of the map. Will we get our revenge? Watch and find out, sunshine. But before we get into the battle, if you guys are new here and you enjoy what I do, go ahead and punch that like button. Helps the channel out quite a bit. And if you haven't subscribed already, I post daily World of Warships Legends content as well as multiple streams every single week of multiple different games from all sorts of different backgrounds. So, if that interests you, punch that subscribe button. It's completely free and you can unsubscribe at any time. There's no contract involved. But with that all being said, we are going to solo our side of the map. Why? Because I have an AFK Georgia behind me. Fan-frickin-tastic. The one good thing I will say is I will have a carrier player on my side who will at least try to spot for me. He's going to do things. He's not going to help me, but he's going to at least spot. So there's that. We're going to try to put ourselves in a good position to take advantage of the enemy ships right off the bat. Now, first thing I notice is Champagne spawned on this side and is running away. Amagi spawned on this side and is running away. These are all good signs for me if I'm going to push this flank. And it's going to allow me to set up some nasty crossfires. We already got one crossfire. I'm still spotted. We get the early Citadel, and of course, our freaking unfortunate nature allows the guy to go dark right as we get ready to shoot with the reload booster. Then when we do finally shoot with the reload booster, the Amagi actually turns towards us slightly. Those shells are going to go a little high, and they're not going to do as much damage as I would like. It's all unfortunate. But we are still going to have a pretty good look at the Amagi if the game would let me target the Amagi. There we go. It was wanting me to target everybody but the Amagi. Now, if you'll notice, the Amagi starts turning away here, and he's going to commit to that turn, so we're going to aim a little higher. Carrier gets his first drop away, and I want you guys to realize I have some of the best AA in the game on this ship, right? The only ones that outmatch the Jean-Bart in terms of AA is the American Iowa-class battleships, in terms of battleships with AA. Now, we've been paying attention to the crossfires here. The Edinburgh decides to pull out full broadside to us. I try to lead him. He's going to actually change course and then come towards us and speed up. So those shells are going to do basically nothing. They're going to land a little too far back. We get one full pin, and he gets away for now. But he is turning towards us, which is going to leave him vulnerable to us once again. Now, sure, the Edinburgh has a 30mm bow, but we're not aiming at his bow. We're just trying to get shots into his ship. And if we land any shots with plunging fire, he's going to have a bad time. Now, unfortunately, we just fired our guns. We can't shoot the Benson. But we do get a very good hit with 3 overpins and a full pin on the Edinburgh, who's very low health at this point. We unfortunately have the side effect of every time somebody's going to shoot my ship today, it's going to get the turret knocked out. Doesn't matter what ship I was in. I actually played a couple of games in the Balti leading up to this because I want to get a good Balti video for you guys. And I've had some solid games, but I haven't had that game that really stands out. But once again, the Fun Police are back to say hello, and he's going to come in and drop me and do like 10k damage. I'm telling you, it is this freaking carrier that is going to do the majority of the damage to me during this match. And the Champagne is an absolute imbecile out here who's going to keep doing circles and shooting HE, and he's going to get rewarded. Just about every single time that man hits me with HE, he's going to get a fire. So we can't sit out here. If the carrier's going to focus us and the Champagne's going to sit out there and spam HE, it's time for us to get moving forward. So I'm going to try to move forward and try to capture the Charlie Cap, and at the same time take advantage of this beached Iowa who's over-angled right now. So we come around the corner. He's not paying attention to what's going on. He is starting to reverse. We're going to aim towards the front turret, in through the cheek, and we're going to slap him for 15k. The Champagne, of course, can't be outdone, so he's going to shoot HE at us once again, and we dodged this salvo. We did turn away just in time. Iowa backs out in front of everybody, eats a whole bunch of torpedoes, and is going to get finished off by somebody across the map, I believe. Now, Champagne gets caught full broadside here. I am absolutely salivating at this because the Champagne is notorious for getting Citadel, but unfortunately we only land 2 shells. And then he hits us with HE, gets another fire. I probably could have let that one burn, but I don't. We do have 2 more heals, but I don't really feel like letting myself burn. And that's when the enemy carrier comes back for round number, 6 at this point? We've already shot down 14 planes, but the problem with the Japanese carriers is they never run out of planes. Ever. No matter how many goddamn planes I shoot down, they just keep coming. And of course, he scrapes the top of my superstructure and sets another fire with a single bomb hit. Go figure. As we shoot down even more of his planes for good luck. Remember, we have a Georgia right behind me. That would come in real handy for increasing my fire support against these goddarn carriers. Also, I have a carrier back there that could easily drop fighter planes over top of me to help me in that sense. Now, Champagne is coming back. He's still over-angled, so you can see me rotating my guns immediately to try to take advantage of it while he's having to deal with carriers for once. And we get a shot off as he's over-angled, and this one's going to be the one that finally gives us a Citadel on the Champagne. So, thinking that I could get him spotted, I was wrong. He has better concealment than us because we're on fire. We do get a shot away as he turns towards us. He's going to hit me with another HE salvo. We didn't quite lead him enough with this salvo, unfortunately. Again, Champagne very quick, and it's deceptively quick. But he's going to get away. He's going to turn away. I'm going to try to reverse and then start to use this island if I can to break contact so that we can stop being reset. Because right now, he's just resetting us all the time. And we go ahead and damage con the single fire because, again, I'm thinking about going behind the island. He's actually going to at least appear to make a full turn here. So we're going to go ahead and lead the shot, hoping that he opens that angle up even more. And if you can see, I'm definitely getting baited here. We do get a good hit, about 10K. It was like 9,100, I think. But he's going to hit us with some more AG. Fortunately, he's not getting the best RNG either. So he's getting kind of screwed. But here comes the carrier with some torpedoes, and I'm kind of just sitting here waiting for it to hit me with all of those torps. Kaga has very nasty torps and gets to launch a whole bunch of them. So here they come. 3 torpedoes, bonk, 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 and I get very lucky to not get flooded. And there's our clear skies already, and it is just about 6.5 minutes into the game. We've got our first clear skies. All right? So, yeah, unfortunately, this carrier has it hard for me. He wants me gone, and he is going to spend the entire game trying to make that a thing. Now, we just used our last heal. We're going to be able to get quite a bit. Fortunately, we've shot down enough planes that only one of them are left to drop a torpedo this time, and we're able to dodge that no problem. However, that puts us right back into a position to get shot at by the Champagne. And I'm a little slow getting my guns over there, but our carrier is going out there, so he should be able to keep this Champagne spotted. And as you can see, Champagne is now coming towards me. Dude is just doing the Bismarck shuffle out here, where he just does a full circle, waiting to get yeeted. And I thought he was going to finish the turn here, so I'm just being patient. I'm like, okay, I'm hidden. I got 15 seconds before I get the cap, so I don't need to go too crazy here. He starts to turn back out, and I'm like, okay, well, we're going to take a shot into a superstructure as we go behind the island, hoping that I can finally get this goddamn base, and finally, we just get freaking 0 points, and that man clips the back of my ship, does no damage, and somehow resets the cap. I hate that about this game. I hate it. If a shell does no damage, it should not reset the cap. I'm sorry. It's a stupid mechanic that needs changed, Wargaming. I'm sick of it. It's so dumb. If the shell does no damage, how does it reset your progress? Right? Go back to World of Tanks and take some freaking hints from them. It's your own game. You know what they do on World of Tanks. If you don't do damage, guess what? That cap does not get reset. But then, we're in a perfect position for the crossfire on this Iowa. Again, paying attention to the minimap is huge. Knowing where these ships are is a big deal. And we're going to slap the crap out of this man with 2 full citadels on 4 shells that hit. So pretty solid salvo here. Now the next shot, unfortunately, by the time we get loaded, we're not going to be able to get the shot over the island. I was really hoping we could, and it looks like it's going to be solid. It looks like it's going to get over the island, and a couple of the shells do appear to get over the island, but I think he's too close to the second island, so those shells are going to hit that instead. Now Champagne is feeling what it's like to be harassed by the carrier, finally. So, despite him being spotted by the carrier, he hasn't really had to worry about it. Now the destroyer comes over there to start dealing with him too, and we're going to go ahead and finish him off with a shot from us. Just a little payback. This game's all about the payback. We're going to be trying. We've done pretty well, all things considered. We've managed to finally get this cap after freaking sitting in it forever. The Iowa is still full broadside and absolutely begging for it here. But just as we start to think about taking a shot, he actually speeds up. So I should have led him a little bit more on this shot. But he does kind of slow down a little bit. If we get a decent look, it could be juicy. And unfortunately, only 2 shells managed to hit the target. And that's when the Kaga comes back and hits us with all 4 torpedoes, leaving us with 3,800 damage left. How many freaking planes did this goddamn ship have on board? I'm pretty confident that they did not have this many planes on the goddamn Kaga. Alright? I've personally shot down 29 of them. Personally. Imagine if I had the extra AA support from a carrier or extra AA support from the freaking Georgia. But no, can't have that, or even the Benson that's behind me. Any extra AA to help me shoot these freaking planes down would be nice. We've been hit with HE for the entirety of the match, and we've also had to deal with the carrier for the entirety of the match, so it just is not a good situation. But we're still alive, we still have hope, right? There's the Iowa that's left, who's very low. We're going to try to maneuver into a position to finish him off. He's trying to hide the best he can. Fortunately, we can get a shot around the island before he's able to spot us, so that's going to be some free damage. And we are going to get a couple of shells to clip that superstructure, and not enough. Just not quite enough. He's got about 5,000, a little bit more than 5,000. He gets some hits from our cruiser that's out there on the left flank. So, looks like he's on fire. He's probably going to die. Nope, he damage cons that, I think. And so we're going to go ahead and take the shot to try to finish him off. Again, only needing 1 or 2 pins to finish him off. And sure enough, this time we get the 2 full pins to finish him off into the superstructure. Now, I thought about going into the cap here, but then I was like, screw that. If our carrier is going to put himself in a position to spot this little bastard in the freaking carrier, I want to be in a position to murder him. Because I've had it up to here with this freaking carrier. Now here, I pull off a nice juke. This is the beauty of being able to move with no worries about being crossfired from anybody. It's only the carrier left, so just dodging does actually work here. We were going forward at full speed with the engine boost, so he launches on the white line, and then I jump off of that to go ahead and slow down and turn in as hard as I can, and we're able to easily dodge that salvo of torpedoes. Now, the carrier's going where he's going to try to spot the guy. We know roughly where the guy's at. You can see where his planes are coming from. So you can see I'm pointing myself in the direction of that guy. I want to get as close to the border as possible so to make sure that I can actually shoot the guy if he does get spotted, because you know darn well the little turd blossom is going to be running away and he's going to be right up against the border. Everybody knows it. It's what carriers do. Thankfully, he wasn't closer during this match or he'd have probably killed me. But his return times were extreme, and so we were able to survive a lot longer than we probably should have. But here, we aim waterline, long range, French magic bullets. I am praying for the Death Strike, because I can see these bombers coming, and I know I'm a dead man. Can we kill it? Oh, we got half his health, but left him with just enough to continue to murder us. No! Dodge! Dodge, John Bart. We're about to get the guns away, and oh my god, we actually end up rushing this shot a little bit. Should have let him a little more, but I was worried that I was going to die from the carrier bomb drop. But fortunately, we survived. He left us with just enough to get away. And we're going to reload with plenty of time to finish this little turd blossom off. And I'm not going to miss this time. Shot out, and wait for it. Oh, of course, that's our best looking salvo yet. That man is a dead man, and I already know it. As soon as I fired that shot, I knew I had him dead, and there's the Citadel to finish him off. So, getting a little bit of revenge on the little turd blossom flyboy at the back of the map who spent the entire game harassing me felt really good. 161,000 damage, Confederate, clear skies, high caliber, top of the leaderboard with 3,350 base XP. What a game. Let me know down in the comments below, do you enjoy getting harassed by a carrier for the entire match? Or do you actually enjoy to survive it and then get your revenge at the end of the match? Let me know. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.